Hey, so this is Ark here. Bad news. As you can see, I'm at Bell. The bad news is, when I was recording, there's an option in OBS that toggles whether you could show your screen or not, and so I didn't accidentally. I clicked it and forgot to untoggle it, so the screen will be black the entire time for this episode. I only managed to record the game audio, at least I think so. I could be wrong. And my mic. If I didn't, then you guys probably will not see this. If I did, then I'll probably upload this. But it won't count as a Monday upload. I mean, it won't count as a normal release episode, I guess. So we probably just start here for the next episode. But yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. But there's nothing I can literally do about it. But other than that, if you want to watch, you can watch. If not, you can just dislike and move on. But it's just gonna be like a podcast in the still image the entire time. But yeah, and with that, I'm sorry again, and have a good day. See ya. Yo, and welcome back to Tales of Ark. So, last time we were gonna talk to Tarlac, but as the game would have you have to wait for him for 30 minutes or something for him to turn back. So here we go. Translate this. Oh no, he has to fix the scroll to repair it, so then we can go through the dungeon. Ursa, what's going on? I'll move my mic a bit. You tell Tarlac what's been happening and about Morrill said. And you're saying the Lia Fail, or Lia Fail, is the key to Maka's revival, and that this pass will lead you right to it. Tarlac carefully studies the pass. Setting aside whether that's really so, I don't think you can use this pass in its current state. Nah, you don't say. In order for it to work as it should, we need to repair the damaged area with restoration magic. Unfortunately, it's not a process I can perform in minutes. It'll take some time, but you can leave the matter to me. You better do it when it's night. Or so help me. In the meantime, making preparation would be wise. If this pass truly leads to Lia Fail, I'm sure you'll find a place crawling with powerful formers. The journey may be more perilous than you think. I'll be fine. Believe in me that believes in... No. Or is it believe in me that believes in you? Or is it believe in the you that believes in me? I don't know. I feel like I say that a lot. Have you perchance heard anything in your travels about a garment known as the Anti-Former Scroll, Uladh? No, but I bet you're gonna tell me. I feel like it's a robe that repels formers. Anti-former robes are cloaks of sort favored by those who work brings them in conflict with the formers. It blocks their powers on Imbolic, which serves to make the wearer difficult for them to perceive. So it's like a cloak of invisibility, right? Like, they can't sense you, but they can still touch you or accidentally kill you. If you wear one yourself, you may be able to search the area more safely. I say it's well worth trying to make one. That said, if you get too close to them or make any loud noise, the formers will still be able to sense you. Yep, the robe will be a great help, but it would be folly to rely too greatly on its powers. I heard there's an individual at Dumbarton Town office who knows quite a bit about these robes. Suspicious. So what did she do that she needed a anti-former robe? What was she doing before she became mayor? Questions. If you take this anti-former cloth to her, she should be able to get you the robe without much difficulty. While you're off getting the robe, I'll work on repairing the pass that it will function as intended. I'll write down the materials you need on the quest scroll. Is there anything else you need? Nope. The next time I come for you, just stay human, please. That's all I'm asking. I don't want to wait here for like 30 minutes of footage or something. Welcome to Dumbarton. I'm Evan. An anti-former robe? I can get one for you, but what are you intending to do with it? You tell Evan your plans to make your way to Lia Fail. Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. When have I ever joked? Ursula, have you already forgotten about the promise you made me? What? Oh wait, yeah, she did tell us that. The world is at stake here, lady. I have things to do. And besides, it's my choice to make, not yours. I know you're the adventurous sort, and I understand where you're coming from, but as I said before, I think that can lead you to be reckless at times. I'm fine. Christ got my back. He's like Batman. It's my job to aid those who choose to lead the lives of adventure. The last thing I want is to see someone like you swept up in something dangerous and dutiful trend past the point of no return. Whatever you're trying to do, I want you to find a way to do it safely as you can, so you can return in one piece. I'll give you the anti-former rope later. For now though, I'd just rather not talk about it. Okay, lady. You're back, and earlier than I expected. I'm not quite finished restoring the past yet. Did you get the robe? You tell Tarlok what Evan said. So that's how Evan feels, does she? I know she's not one who generally try to dissuade adventurers from their pursuit, so it's rather surprisingly to hear. Maybe she is fond of me. Or maybe because I'm the Knight of Light and she just wants me to stay safe in case any danger arises in the future. Because I don't think she's like attracted to me, because we only interacted like quite a few times. But it's enough for her to trust me from the actions and the stuff I did. Like, I'm pretty sure she literally knows I saved the goddess. Like, right? Still, it's not something I have any say in, one way or another. The reason I'm asking you to undertake such a dangerous mission is that I come to believe you are being more different from us than one would think, a being blessed by the gods and by now. Tarlok pauses, seeming to ponder something. Wait, does my character not know he's a Malaysian? Is that a thing? Like, I feel like that's something I should know. Unless lore-wise, my character hasn't died. Well, let's try this. I'm going to give you a book. Oh god. Tarlok hands you the book. This is a book I've been writing about Aaron's new breed of adventure, that is, the others out there like you. I began writing it in hopes of seeing with greater clarity the difference between the Malaysians, yourself included, and our people, the Toofty Danon. I think once Evan reads this book, she may be able to get over her reluctance about you forwarding to such dangerous place. Frankly, I think you yourself may benefit from reading it as well. For now, please focus on getting the anti-former rope prepared. In the meantime, I'll continue my work to restore the past. Alright, here we go. Book of Malaysian. The book is a collection of data I have gathered over some time, especially from stories told by a Knight of Light, who has incidentally returned to Aaron most of recently. It is no more than it's a single Knight of Light. Is he referring to me? It is no more than a personal collection of hypothetical theories, but perhaps it will be useful to those who read this. It is my deepest wish that the theory recorded here will one day be tested for its legitimacy. What is a Malaysian? The largest population group inhabiting Aaron as of late are the Malaysians, who are migrants from an other unknown world. What? Yeah, I knew there was others, but it's the largest population? Like, for real? Seriously? Is Morrigan just dumping people over here hoping, hey, I need you to save my world? And then 5 minutes like, hey, I need you to save my world. Like, she's just tossing people over here. Like, what? Why? Why does she need so many? Or are we just people who died in the other world and our souls just came over here? How did we even get here? I know we were summoned or pulled or something. The word Malaysian literally means from the stars, and I must say the term is quite appropriate for a population that has no known origins. These Malaysians are much different from our people, Toofty Danon, descendant of Danu according to the legend. Our people, Toofty Danon, did not originate from Aaron either. Oh! So it's not really all that strange for a new ethnic group who migrate to Aaron. That's interesting. But where did they come from? What's their world like? After all, we are very different overall through and are definitely of a different ethnic group. So did this world originally belong to the formers and then in came the Toofty Danon people? whom majority of the population started migrating and residing here, and then in comes the Malaysians, who then took it over. We are different. Oh, okay, I read that. One of the most significant character trait of Malaysian is that their rapid growth and ability to be reborn. Yeah, we're technically immortal. Most Malaysian appears in Eren at a very young age, but they grow unbelievably fast and often reappear as youths not long after they had turned into adults. Malaysians call this their rebirth. When they are reborn, they do not just turn younger, their gender might change too. They say that this has to do with the fact that their spirits continue to live on, only taking on a new body in their rebirth. The Malaysian claims that an entity called Now enables them to do this. I will discuss more about Now later. The other unique characteristics of the Malaysian is that they do not experience death ever. Yeah. I mean, is it like Sobaru's death? Like Sobaru or Sabaru? It's Sobaru, right? From ReZero, we die, but we feel the pain, or is it just instant we die, we feel no pain, and we just rebirth? Like, if that's true, then how's our mental state? This is quite shocking, especially when you consider just how many Tufti Dana had died during the battle against the Formers. The majority of Malaysians are known as adventurers, and it's said that has been no known records of a Malaysian who has died. At least those that have lived in Eren. They say that the reason we sometimes cease to see particular Malaysian is not because they are dead, but they migrate to other worlds. The fact that they can survive without death despite their dangerous lifestyle as an adventurer, I think makes them that much more reckless and strong. I mean, true, but it's not like you guys don't benefit from us being adventurers. I mean, just give us dangerous tasks and we will complete it, and it'll benefit you and gain what you want. I mean, it's mutual. Question about the perception of time. As of late, I have personal reasons. I have there's a comma there. I can barely even see that. As of late, I have, for personal reasons, been spending more time with Malaysians that I have been with other than Tufti Dana, as I watched them age with such rapidity. I at first thought that our difference were merely difference in our ethnic character. Eventually, though, I discovered that there was much more fundamental difference between them and us. Difference being our perception of time and our mental ability too. I mean, it doesn't really say, but I'm assuming we feel all the pain that we die over and over and over again. According to the Knight of Light, who is a Malaysian himself, several decades have passed since the Malaysians have first arrived in Eren. But to my knowledge, from perspective, who's this Knight of Light he's referring to? Is it us? I don't remember answering these questions. But to my knowledge, from perspective of Tufti Dana, Malaysians arrived in Eren no more than a few years back. Where does this difference of perception comes from, and how is it? Okay, I don't know why. I thought that was a centipede. And how is it that what feels like a few years to us is perceived as decades to them? What? Eren, but my knowledge from perspective times, dude. Turn like, who is Malaysian? Several decades have passed as Malaysians have. What? That's weird. So Malaysian's time is more rapid than that of Tufti Denon people. Do they just have a slower pace of time, or do they have a normal pace of time, and where our perception of time is just faster than theirs? I mean, that's possibly why we age faster than them. Like takes 7 days in real life, but in Mabinogi, how many days is that? Is that like a whole year worth of 7 days in real life than it is in Mabinogi? Because you think about it, one day in Mabinogi is like maybe it's not 30 minutes like I was complaining earlier. Maybe it's like 24 or 30 minutes for one whole day to pass. So I'm bad at math. So that's like one day in real life is like 48 days for a Malaysian in Mabinogi life. Right? And then if you could do the math, they say it's a deck. Tarlock's like a few years. So few is like 1, 2, 3. in a decade. What does he say? A few decades? Malician set the experience that several decades. Decades is year, right? I mean, it's like 10 years, right? Or is it 20 years? No, 20 years is like millennial. Decades 10? Let me look this up real quick. Yeah, it's 10. Several decades, so a few years. It's like 1, 2. So is it like 30 years for Malaysian that we've been here for 30 years or 40 years or 50 years? Because he said several years. I have a lot of questions. So it's a ratio like 1 hour for them is like 10 hours for us. I don't know. Maybe I'm bad at math. I failed. Well, I did terrible in math. I'm pretty sure someone can explain to me, like, what's the ratio for it for Malaysian time, perception of time to the Dan on perception of time. Where does this different perception come from, and how is it that what feels like a few years to us is perceived as decades for them? Is it that they follow a different calendar? It's probably our body is like aging rapidly. No, actually, it turns out that they use the exact same calendar that we do. So, what is causing such a rift in our perception? As I ponder, I started to sense that there was something very wrong. That does not sound good. More questions, Chapter 4. During my investigation, I have found many things that are strange about Malaysian. I hope he doesn't, by the end of this, perceive us as a evil or bad or a threat to society or their world. One of them being that now, who seems so familiar to the Malaysian, has never been seen by any Toothy Danon. Another strange thing is that the Malaysian often complain that Toothy Danons do not recognize them, claim that we have met them a number of times previously. I mean, that's understandable. We constantly change our look and hair and gender. I mean, fashion. I mean, even you said yourself. According to Malaysians, now had led them to Aaron and is now who continues to help them throughout their time in Aaron. But surprisingly enough, they claim that Now was once a human from Aaron. It is hard to say just how Now had acquired her power, but it's my guess that this is the reason we are not able to see her. So this is before he knew that Now was Mari. Simply put, Now exists in a different world, dimension, and that is probably why only Malaysians are connected to that particular dimension or able to see her accordingly. They say if the Toothy Danon can see Now if the spirit potion which brings about, they say, so yeah, about magic power of the other world is taken. On the other hand, the fact that Toothy Danon do not recognize Malaysian time and time again seems suspicious. I mean, I feel like it's because we changed her look, but it could be something else sinister. Maybe the people we interact with, their memories gets affected by a side effect or something from being around Malaysians a lot. According to the Night of Light, other Malaysians this occurred to across the board amongst all Toothy Dana of Aaron. If that's the case, it is unlikely that this is happening as a result of mere forgetfulness. Perhaps our difference in perception of time and such disappearing memory share its basis the same explanation. There is no way to explain why such an occurrence took place, so never mind why. But when you think about it, memory and time as related to phenomenon? Phenomena? Is that how you spell that word? Bro, I don't know. I can't read. A single explanation is that reach is perhaps that time has indeed passed as Malaysian claim, and that because of our Toothy Danon that is loss of memory, we are unable to know that. Huh? So maybe their time is affecting them, and that is actually, and that our perception of time is the real one, their perception of time is not the correct one, or is it vice versa, and theirs is the correct one, and ours is the one that's speeding up? Certainly seems like plausible, yet shocking explanation, doesn't it? However, if time has really passed as such, how does one explain the fact that we have not aged in all that time? Magic? Actually, perhaps it's a matter of point of view. From our perspective, Malaysians are living day as if they are living through a month. But seen from the other side, we probably appear as if we are forgetting all about the passage of time, which in turn keeps us from getting old. Keep us from getting old. Are they not aging? The problem then is to ask, who is right? Yep, what I was asking a few minutes ago. If we have indeed been living in same timeline without any gaps in between, is it probably more believable to trust the words of those who are in fact remember everything? It is hard to believe, but I think that chances are Malaysians are right. That, of course, is a shocking suggestion for us to the Danon, if there is no evidence to prove that in the present. Chapter 5. Man, my throat's killing me from all this reading. Concluding remark. Based on all the different characteristics we have discussed here, we can no longer say that Malaysians are merely a different ethnic group from that of Tuthi Danon. What? They can endlessly be reborn, are aggressive fighters, and can repeatedly appear and reappear in different forms. They are in some ways very similar to Aaron's animals. What? Perhaps even similar to... Man. Perhaps even similar formers in some way. It's unfair to compare righteous Malaysian to the evil formers, I know. But one thing is for sure, for now, they are a much more superior group to us. And so it's imperative that we request their help in our battles against the former. We will also have to figure out the difference between Malaysian and Tuthi Danon so that we can better understand all the various events that are taking place between us as a result. We will have to collect more data and further study the various cases in order to have a better understanding. Oh god, we're done. Let me drink some. GG. Man, pondering questions. So I wonder who is right. But it's kind of weird that he kind of looks at us as a species, not as an ethnic group or a race of people. But for now, since they need us, so he isn't thinking that far. But I feel like he's probably gonna perceive us as a threat or something eventually, or that we have to be controlled or some sort. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too much. You're back. You hand over Tarlak's record to Evan. Do you expect me to accept this as a response? Yes. The solution for your safe return? Yes. Records about Malaysian? Yes. Evan reads through the book carefully. Yes, I'm immortal. It's an interesting read. I always known that you are unlike anyone else, but I never expect you to bring me such an absurd... What? What you're saying is you're from another world and you won't die. Yes. You're really that different, is that it? Yes. Understood. Then I guess I can't stop you from going. Here's the anti-former robe. You received the anti-former robe. Alright. Oh my, it's daytime. I gotta wait for this guy. Alright, and we're back. Also, I forgot to mention, I found this Dustin Silver Knight helm under Duncan, under his feet, because people are just dropping stuff for some reason. Well, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, so I just pawned the anti-former robe. Does not match my color, but it is what it is. I mean, it kind of looks pretty cool with the tribal design. Switches more matching colors. Yeah. Okay, so you don't describe him this time. I mean, well, I wish you can do that with every person I talk to. That I have talked to before. Did everything work out okay? You got the anti-former robe. I also have a pass ready for you. All you have to do is complete the quest. Let me warn you one more time. The anti-former... Oh, yeah, I know. It just erases my presence in a certain radius. But if I get too close or do anything out, like, extremely odd and out of place, they will notice it. Ursula, if it simply keeps you from standing out, yeah. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it's showing Lia Fail. Our priority is at the moment. Please enter Lia Fail and put an end to this. Aaron's future depends on you, Ursula. Alright. I'll probably do it next episode. Maybe. How long is it's like 35 minutes. Should I do it next episode or should I do it this episode? I have questions. Alright, and we're here. So, we start the bow infiltration next time. Making the former row. Is it maybe it's a cutscene? No, I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna start like 40 minutes long. But anyway, so we'll probably stop here. But yeah, see what happens next time. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Stay safe and see you later.